Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, my name is Sarah and I'm so glad you clicked on today's video. Today I'm going to be doing my top 20 favorites from 2020. I had a lot of fun this year even still, and I grew a lot and a lot of fun things happened, and I have a lot of products that I loved in 2020. So these are all things that I bought this year that was like or experienced this year that was like the criteria for the video. And some of these things are products and others are experiences, so I have them all written on my phone, so if I'm looking down, that is why. These are in no particular order, so I'm just gonna get right into it. So the first favorite of 2020 was my Longchamp bag. This is my first big girl bag purchase. Like, I've never spent this much on a bag. I have some Kate Spade purses, but I've never spent full price on them. They've always been from like sales and stuff. So this was my first big girl bag that I purchased, and I love her. I've used her every single day since I got her, which was probably in like March or April. I got a bag organizer on Amazon so it's not just a big bucket, and I love it. It holds everything. It's super awesome. I can put a lot of stuff in here. My iPad, my computer, everything fits when I have to go to places, when I ever do. But yes, so this is one of my top favorites from 2020. So my second favorite thing was Color Street. So this year everybody didn't go to salons. I used to get dip powder on my nails every 3 weeks, and it was like my one thing that I did for self-care because I don't really go and do a lot of stuff. But this year when the salons closed, I was looking for something new, and I hate normal nail polish. I hate the dry time, everything about it. And it actually was a blessing in disguise because I got to let my nails like get stronger, because dip powder destroys your nails. So if you're not familiar with Color Street, they are 100% nail polish strips. I actually have some on my nails right now. And I have so many strips, but I just brought a couple to show you for like reference. But my Color Street stylist is Brittany Rawson. I work for her, I babysit for her, and if you are interested in supporting her, hit her up. She's got an awesome stock, and she has such fun lives and everything like that, so definitely check her out. My next thing that I wore all the time this year was my Marley Lily monogrammed sweater. So I purchased this on a whim. I don't even think I needed it. I was just like, oh, that's cute. So it's a super long, oversized v-neck sweater, and it has my monogram on it. And I wore the crap out of this thing. I got it in a small medium, so they don't really have, since it's oversized, it doesn't have like a legitimate size on it. So mine's a small medium. I honestly could have gone for an extra small to small, but I wore that thing almost every day in the fall. It was great. It looked good with leggings, it looked good with jeans, it looked good with everything. So that was definitely a favorite. I don't remember. This shirt is a Lululemon shirt that I purchased this year. It's called the Back in Action shirt. I have it here in purple, but I have it in black and a couple other colors. They have two versions of this shirt. They have one in the Rulu fabric and one in cotton, and I only buy the Rulu ones. They're about $10 more expensive in the Rulu, but somebody wants to say hi. They're about $10 more expensive in the Rulu, but so worth it. They're super flattering with leggings, jeans, and they don't look like a workout shirt, so I really loved these. Say hi. Oh, he doesn't want to say hi. So the next thing is also a sweater, but this sweater was in my trunk club. It's by the brand BP, and I got it in a medium, and it was a cropped green sweater. It looks basic. I'm telling you, I wore this all the time. It looked so good with jeans and boots. It's super soft and super, super warm. So I really loved this so much, and thank you Trunk Club for putting this in my trunk because I wore it all the time. So it wouldn't be 2020 without a weird favorite that people, like, nobody would have ever thought of before. So my favorite mask in 2020 was the Athelta masks. These ones are great. They have the nose part to them and adjustable ear loops. They fit just super well. They were super breathable, and I literally wore these almost every time I had to wear a mask. I wore these ones. I have them in all these colors. An honorable mention would be the I'm a nanny, so I have like random masks here from my children that I watch, but the other honorable mention would definitely be the Lululemon or the Lily Pulitzer masks, but these were really thick, so in the summer they were a bit hot. But yes, Athelta masks were my favorite mask of 2020. So if you haven't purchased yourself some Athelta masks, get on that train because it's amazing. So my next favorite thing from 2020 were my Vapor Maxes. Alex bought these for me for my birthday this year, and they're pretty much everything. They are black. They're the black fly knit ones. They look so good with jeans, leggings, everything. I have like an athleisure look. That's like my signature look, and I love it. Like literally my favorite. So those were definitely one of my favorite things in 2020 as well. To go along with shoes, I also got the long hunter boots for my birthday as well. They're pretty dirty. I live in Maryland, and it's so rainy here. There's like never a dry season, I swear. And boots are a necessity, and I had actually purchased the Chelsea boots, which are the short boots, from an outlet over the summer, maybe, I think. No, that was last year. And I hated them. They rubbed against my feet, and they weren't practical because they were so short. So these ones are the best. I'm short, so they literally go up to my knees, and they've been great. They've been warm, waterproof, super great for the snow that we had a couple weeks ago and all the rain that we get literally all the time. My next favorite purchase of 2020 was my iPad Pro. This case is so dirty. This is the Apple case with the keyboard, with the Magic Keyboard. So it's literally a computer. When I was a senior in high school, my grandfather so graciously gifted me a MacBook for college, and I was like, I'm gonna go all out, because he was like, get whatever you want. So I got the biggest MacBook, and it is heavy and huge, and I hated carrying it around campus. It was just too big. So this summer I purchased the iPad for the upcoming school year. So it just comes off like this, and it has like magnets on the back, and so that they connect, obviously. This just like slides onto it. The magnet is super strong, like you can hold it like sideways and it doesn't fall off. And it has pass-through charging on the keyboard. I don't know if you can see. It's gonna be hard because it's gonna try to focus on my face. But this little pass-through port makes it so that you can charge it through here, and you don't have to be charging it through the actual iPad. So this has come in so clutch. It's my laptop now. I use it for basically everything, and I love it. So this was definitely a good purchase for 2020. The next favorite is my Scout Deano, I don't know how to pronounce it, bag. It is basically a huge tote bag, as you can see, with a hard bottom. This thing is amazing. We bought it. Why did I buy it? I bought it for the lake because we just need bags to bring to the lake. But it turned into a bag that we use to take to the supermarket, like everywhere. It's amazing because the bottom is like hard, so like when you put jars and stuff in there, it's not gonna like collapse. It stays flat. It's so awesome, so great, and it was not that expensive. So get yourself one of those because it was definitely a favorite in 2020, and we use it all the time. The next thing I got in 2020 was my hair scalp massager. So I got it on Amazon. It's like, I don't even know the brand. It's called Free Tech, I think. You just do this and you put your shampoo on, and then you massage your head like this. Changed my life. So the reason I actually got this was because I hate the feeling of like scrubbing your head like this. I just don't like that feeling. And so I bought this to so that I didn't have to touch it, essentially. And it's amazing. I have psoriasis on my head as well as all over my body, and this is actually curved like my psoriasis season, like incredibly so, because I can like get into my scalp and really like massage in my medicated shampoos, which is awesome. So this was like $4 or $5 and I love it. Another hair product that I loved in 2020 was the Amika Soul Food Nourishing Mask. Again, we got this for the lake because at the lake your hair is always in water and it gets so dry. This stuff sucks all the moisture back into your scalp. It is amazing. And we used it a lot at the lake. I actually haven't used it since the lake because my hair has never been that dry again, but it's incredible and I would highly recommend. I actually bought this off of Leanne Says recommendations, so check her out too. Another favorite clothing item was my Lululemon Align leggings. I purchased these in 2020. They're already pilling because I wore them so much, but These are incredible. I actually sized down in Align leggings because I'm a 4 and I get them in a 2 because they're that stretchy. They're the most comfortable. They feel like butter, and I wore these almost every day and they're freaking amazing. Like, they feel so good. And I actually got another pair for Christmas from one of the families I work for, and so I was gonna return them because they were black, and then I was like, no, you wear them so much, like, you're gonna wear them. So yes, complete with all the bunny fur on them. Align leggings were my favorite in 2020. My last favorite item that I can show you was my Jade Roller. I absolutely loved my Jade Roller this year. I got it pretty early, pretty late, and I got it pretty late in the year, and because it was actually for Christmas actually I got it, but it has changed my skin already. Like, it just feels so refreshing and nice and cold and amazing. So those are all my favorite products from 2020. My favorite podcast this year, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts at all. I'm just not a podcast person, but on our way back from Michigan, since we drove, we listened to Dr. Death. Super interesting story. I love like true crime and stuff like that, so obviously had to get on that train, but it was so good. So we literally listened to it, and I swear the car ride went by so fast because we were just listening to it the whole time, and we didn't even like stop and think about like how long the trip was taking. My favorite book was Beach Read, and I actually could have showed that to you because I do have it on my shelf, but it was actually set in Michigan, so you know, had to do it to them. But everyone was reading this book over the summer, and so I purchased it actually at the end, like around fall time, and I literally read it in 2 weeks. It was so good. I love romance, so loved that book. My favorite recipe was in the Instant Pot. No surprise there. It was Instant Pot loaded baked potato soup. It is so good. I will leave the recipe for you down below. You won't regret it. It literally tastes like a baked potato with like bacon and everything in it, but in a soup, so definitely recommend. And then my 2 random things were getting my rabbit and my fitness, you know, like getting into fitness. We got our rabbit Archie in May, so we've had him for 8 months, 9 months, something like that. He is like our favorite thing ever. I actually got him by myself. I just wanted a quarantine pet because, you know, we were home. Our family dog is really my mom's dog, and so I just wanted a pet that was mine. So we got Archie. His name was actually Dobby when we first got him. He was a 4-H show rabbit, and he was being rehomed on Facebook of all places. So I'm all for rescuing and adopting. I didn't want to buy from a breeder. So I found Archie on Facebook, and I brought him home, and Alex was determined not to like him. Like, he was like, I don't want this. It's like a bunny, like who cares? And Archie and Alex are best friends. They hang out every day, all day. And that's like Archie and they are best friends, literally best friends. So getting him was like the highlight of my 2020, and we love him so much. I'm literally tearing up talking about him as I'm looking at him. But rabbits are a lot of work. They are expensive. They are not beginner pets, but they're totally worth it. So if you've ever been thinking about it, totally get one. I really upped my fitness game. I'd never really gotten into fitness at all. I don't work out, nothing like that. March hit, and I was like, let's like work out. So I worked out every day in March. I worked out every day from March till about August, and it changed my life. I am not a big person, and I'm naturally pretty skinny, but I got toned, and it was incredible for my body. I loved it. I loved the feeling of it. I loved the look of it. Like, I had like ab lines, and I was like, oh my gosh, look at me. So fitness was amazing this year for me, and I got into golf. I had never played before. My dad was a big golfer back in the day. He's slowed down since, but definitely still like very into golf, and I had never done it before. I thought it was so boring. I'd always go with him and like drive the cart, but I never ever played. This year in quarantine, it was like one of the only things you were allowed to do, and so my dad bought me a set of clubs, and I played about 20 to 30 times this year, and it was so fun. So definitely, we were actually gonna go golfing a couple days ago, but it was the day before it rained, and like we were worried it was gonna be too mucky. But yeah, golfing, I took it up. Never thought I would have a sport, but golf has been so fun. It's been so fun. When we went to Michigan, my dad always went golfing, and I'd always drive the cart, but I never played, and it was so fun to be like out with my uncle and my aunt, and like something we all did together. So I really liked golfing this year. And then I had some honorable mentions that didn't get into the top 20, but like totally like could have if I had enough time and space in this list. I voted in my first presidential election this year, and that was super exciting for me. I've never voted in a presidential election, and this year it mattered more than ever. So that was definitely an honorable mention. Turning 21 was also super fun. I am not a big drinker, but it was just fun because I had a like Nashville in Maryland birthday. Erica threw me a birthday party with a live like musician based on Nashville, because we were supposed to go to Nashville. She bought food from Nashville and it was so fun. The next one was transferring schools. I did a couple videos on this, but even in that video, those videos, I didn't touch on just how bad it truly was. My outlook has completely changed. I was depressed, unhappy, failing classes, not getting anywhere, and I'm home now and I made all A's this semester, and it has been so fun to have my free time, to be able to work, to be with family, be in the area I want. So that was like a truly one of my favorite things in 2020. And the last one goes hand in hand with moving home, and that was nurturing friendships. My two best friends in the whole wide world are Chrissy and Sabrina. Not to count my two childhood best friends, and to be home and be able to hang out with them whenever I wanted. Chrissy was actually from UMW and transferred as well, and to be like back with them, be able to do what we wanted when we wanted, and we were happy and like not a care in the world about like how unhappy at school we were, was truly incredible, and I loved that. So those were my 20 favorites along with some honorable mentions for 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what some of your favorite things were from 2020. See you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.